Mais on peut ne pas être d'accord sans se faire la guerre, tout simplement. Jusqu'où je peux tonitruer à la limite ma tradition, mais mon histoire, pour pouvoir en faire du patrimoine de demain. Et une certaine liberté de création. Sinon, on public, et je finis avec ça, avec qui on travaille, c'est la population, c'est, comme dit, on fait tout ça pour lui. Un acte ou par de l'art dans l'espace public. Dans des pays, on sait samedi soir, régler nos différends ou sortir. C'est
Evet, Adele de çok dediğim gibi soru cevabı burada. Şimdi bir küçük arkadaşlarımıza soru sormak isteyenler gelebilirler. Orada dinlediğiniz, oturuma katıldığınız için sağ olun, var olun.
Vakfı'nın desteğiyle gerçekleştirildi bu oturum ve şimdi ise Sayın Moderatör Görgün Taner'den plaket takdimlerinde yardımcı olmalarını istirham edeceğim. Evet, ilk plaketimiz Fanny Burrell'e lütfen plaketini takdim edebilir miyiz? De kültür sanatta erişilebilirlik ve yerel yönetimler konusunda yararlı bilgileri biz plaketimiz bir diğer plaket Ekşi Balcı İş tarafından takdim edildi. İkinci gününde şimdiki plaket idare için değerli katkılarından İstanbul Kültür Sanat Vakfı'na destek olmaktayız. Efendiler, Cumhurbaşkanımız Recep Tayyip Erdoğan duyurmaya himaye ve Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımızın teşviklerini bekliyoruz bugün. Evet, öğle yemeği için
very quickly. So very quickly, this is a few words about the BMS University located in 1916, and I'm associated with one project known as Population Education Resource Center that's associated with SNDT BMS University. And my job at the Population Education Resource Center is to assist the university in research work and research work, publications, curriculum development, monitoring, evaluation, and other programs. So I must go ahead. And this is a few words about the organization I am associated with. I think I should skip. And that's the Department of Continuing Adult Education of the SNDT Women's University, where I work. And this department offers various courses where we believe that learning is a lifelong process. Of course, because my university is a women's university, and it was established in India with the purpose of promoting women's education. So the university rule does not permit any boy student to be enrolled. So I cannot enroll myself for any course with the university. So I hope you'll. So these are the courses which this levels. I think I should go ahead just to save the time. And we were told that we need to document few of the best practices. Make presentation in this order. So I can share this my presentation as well as my full paper. Not what I believe. I'm sorry. We have to save time. We need to think in terms of time saving measures. Okay, thank you. Okay, it's all. And which I added because we were instructed to make our presentation in this order. About best practices because the time does not permit. So still I can share my presentation with PowerPoint full paper with all of you through email. Need to be excused for that. And these are few words about myself. I think we need to. Yeah, and very quickly, this is the I will be talking about. In the field of environment and sustainable development in Vietnam, and let me tell you this secondary data. So I'm not connected with any of the programs. It's like if I'm a cook, so I got some food ingredients from Vietnam in India. I prepared it and I brought it here to present in front of you in Istanbul. So if you ask me how the ingredient was developed and how the foods were, I don't know. So my role is to just, as a researcher, I collected secondary data from through various sources like government publications, internet resources, book journal articles, and then I studied the whole thing and I presented the whole information which I collected through secondary sources in a particular format. Am I clear? My presentation, it's about environmental program in Vietnam, and the source of data is secondary. Let me go ahead. So these are some of the initiatives which the government has taken. I think all these initiatives, there's nothing great about that. I mean, great meaning we all can have access to this information through e-books and government publications. And Mr. Moderator, I would like to speak few words with your kind permission, much beyond what I have written, because that will make really interesting, and that's what I would look forward to learn a lot from you. So I need to, so I need to go ahead, and I need to be excused for with that. And these are the major findings. Wait a minute. Yeah. Now let me permit me to go beyond what is written in my work. So when we talk in terms of preserving the environment or in terms of sustainable development, we all are aware that a lot of damage has been caused to the earth and environment, and a lot of work is going on around the world with the intervention of government, including organizations. I, as a researcher, I am the world. Which capacity can do in a with people around that world. Save the planet from further destruction. Yeah, and we always have a very ready-made answer that government to decide. We have no power in our of the opinion, firm opinion. Many things which we can do in our, and these initiatives are going on around the world. You are also aware of that. Very quickly, there was a strong through newspaper and media. It's about beach cleaning. One individual who is a legal person, he took initiative, a strong initiative, without any government support, without any support from a local government to a state government or NGOs, and he made a difference. So there are many things like what we can do. For example, what I can do in below capacity to save the power, what I can do to save the energy, and there are many things can be done. So I am of the opinion that if we start a new initiative, which probably we can name as, again I'm focusing in terms of what we can do as individual capacity. Other word in terms of this particular summit, what we can do as a member of civil society. So I am the opinion that we can do much more, and for that I have a small, I need only 1 minute. I have to propose a small initiative. Wherein, if we name the initiative as Open University of to save the planet from further destruction, focus only on one thing. It does not require proposing. It does not require any government intervention, number one. Number two, and it does not require any budgetary provision or money, number three. And lastly, it requires only one thing: sensitivity towards saving the planet and creativity. And if this practices has been done around the world, just document number one and disseminate number two. I think this can make a great change. I think that's all. Beyond that, I can't say because time does not permit. Thanks for.
Thank you very much for your understanding. And the last speaker of this session is Mr. Jibril Osman Vado from Ethiopia, from MGIET, Model Graduates Initiative for Education and Training. And he will be talking on integrating rural youth into urban life, the experience of MGIET in Ethiopia. Mr. Vado, please. We have can you use the mic, please?
Okay. First, give some kind of brief introduction about Ethiopia. Then after, Ethiopia is a country in Africa, in Horn of Africa. We love this country, Josh and the others. The next point, which stand my presentation regarding the diversity of this country. When 100 million population, more than 50% are the. When we see the geopolitics of this country, it's highly influential. The Africa regarding the Somalia, Djibouti, Kenya. There are topographical features, language. So in addition, it's established by professional scholars, different public universities, organizations, the scholars in that country. Mainly the Muslim community are highly marginalized. Really empowering this community to have great law as a community. So we train because it's the main tool given community and transform it. Achievements so far, we are mainly to mitigate the in that country due to lack of education. They are socially and psychologically, morally on this. Teachers' capacity building, soft skill trainings for caliber students to make them model for others. And a university project is also our pioneer project in that country because there is diversity of ethnography in that country. Most of the users come from different rural areas. 80% of the population of Ethiopia are rural. So most of them, when come to the urban areas, they can't understand the dynamics of urbanism. So we help them to understand this issue and become successful morally and academically. The other project area is scholarship program for caliber students to have their own master's program in different areas. This is our achievement so far. Training for volunteers who help students at school and the universities. We give them TOT programs and a different kind of training programs, training package. These are the through TICA and UDEF, Ethiopia in our country. The UDEF International in Ethiopia. This organization, my presentation, highly focusing on the solving of the adjustment problems, which because they come from different areas of the country with different backgrounds, so they their academic level mainly in first years. So we have studied and referred different researches on this issue and developed soft skill trainings on this to mitigate these problems like transition management, time management, and academic skills. By giving these trainings for first year students, we can help them to be assertive, proactive, and understand their future, and finally to become successful in their academic and moral performance. We have trained more than 2,000 students. The project is more than 47% of these students are female students. Of the training, we try to the effectiveness of this in different economic, psycho these students, mainly the girls students, due to they want to solve their their economic problems, then sex workers at the university. So we try to solve this problem about their goal, about their vision, and also they have they come from, when they, the environment is very, the way they, we try to vision. So, literature review about training assessment, about the reaction, the learning, the knowledge, the behavior, and the impact of this training. So you can see the also the response of training schemes. Say very. You see the pre-post assessment of this training before they taking. Understanding of the issue of this is about 48%. After the training, 70%. So when you see the evaluation by trainees, you can see that of these students, they need this kind of trainings. Yes, about 85%. So these are the point we got from the students after they taking the trainings from the economic, health, education, and social point of view. They highly in their education. So let me limit my time to this point, and thank you for.
Okay. Now, and I would like to thank all the speakers and for their standing for the time limitation. And I would like to present plaques and thank you. One back for you. Jibril Wado? Yes. Sure.
Thank you.
Just for reminder. Okay. And your gift in Stanford.
Thanks for understanding and respecting me.
Okay. And this is for you. Bu da kendime veriyorum. Estağfurullah, biz teşekkür ederiz. Ağzınıza sağlık. Kusura bakmayın. Tamamız. Tamam. Teşekkür ederiz.
Affected by this, your NGO, and you should know. I'm going to tell some. I will are you going? Video content is required for your specific NGO. You should know. You should write. Often you are going to post. Are you posting all? I have a friend who don't sleep at the night. And in every single minute I am watching, whenever in the night I see social media, Facebook, all his posting are invisible. But when I see the response of the audience to his post, 1 like, 2 likes, 3 likes. But he is posting and posting. May post 1 post a daily, or after 2 days, but he has hundreds of likes. So he is more effective. You have to keep the balance. What social media is available to you? Like in some areas, WhatsApp is not working in some parts of the world. In some areas, Facebook is banned. So you have to find what social media network is available to you. And how will you measure the impact? How many dollars you raised? How many likes? You should have this strategic point. Who is responsible to your social media? This is very important that Dr. Mamtaz told us. This is very important. For NGO, heading the organization, but I am still not able to delegate it. People bring the thing from the field, put in the secret group. I pick good things from there and post myself. Then they are allowed, my team is allowed to reshare it. My side. But it is not good strategy, by the way. I should have some manager because it takes a lot of my time. So it is important who is responsible, because this is the vision, mission of the organization, strategic planning of the organization, its values, everything. If he doesn't know these things, he may post things which will hurt your vision, that damage your repo. So this is very important, to select this person and then train this person. So these 9 points are basically, if you write the answer or write about these 10 points in your organization, then your strategy is prepared. Sorry, I should not. I will, because time is going short, I will show just quickly slide tips. Everybody, I have been discussing along with my other presentation. Everything is already, I think, covered. Sorry. Please make audience, that it is also important. Know your audience. It is not easy task. You have to build your community on the social media. There should be like-minded people. Your target, your donor should be, your well-wisher should be in the network. Interact with your community. Source of interaction. Connect. Sometimes we have many people who like our post, but they can't benefit in any way. The leaders of the donor, and you post something and it comes in their notice, then you will get the results. Otherwise, general public will not benefit you generally. But it again depends on the goal. If you want public is important, generate the funds, then decision makers should be in your community. We have already talked. Social media, Dr. Mumtaz told there should be a social media manager. Should be. What should be his knowledge, expertise? He should have the passion. I already talked about it. He should be friendly and patient and responsive. He should respond to every comment. Has experience in online communication. Read regularly blogs about social media and mobile technology. Adapter. I mean, if something coming new on the social media, I should adapt. Is not overly confident about her social media skills. Things like journalist, well-written, timely contents always. If I post about this conference 1 month after this conference, of no use. So it's timely content is use mobile, sometime desktop, laptops, move on the smartphone, and mostly we are doing this. And this was the strategy of the NGO world. We started networking through social media. Then we were connected with the people. We converted the networking into relationships, personal. On organizational level, we converted the networking into collaborations. Then what happened? Relationship, we served better. And ultimately, this social change. So networking can impact into use the social media strategically and wisely. I think it would be the last.
There's generally you face? Which kind of problems generally you face? Because you, but
What happened? There are two different, some external. Internally, if this is activity and my team, no one, I don't find even single the social media. On the same time, creation of content is giving you the content in time. Today, definitely it's a problem for you because you want to post it today and you are getting the editing. One thing. Other thing is the negative comments. It is very difficult to create different situation when you want to create goodwill for your organization, but few people comes in the network who are putting negative impacts. Like I post that NGO Academy has been created by OIC, CESRIC, and NGO World. It will be working for capacity building and social networking of NGOs of the OIC member countries. People are appreciating. Maybe it doesn't come, but maybe someone say, oh, it is just fraud. OIC is already dead. What will this do? Maybe like this. This is sometimes create difficult situation because one negative content creates bad effect on the minds of other followers. In such conditions, you cannot delete it. If you delete, more you can say something bad. So, but my strategy is often to like him. Perfect, but we will try to. That's the way. Otherwise, yourself in discussion. So sometimes these are the challenges. Sometimes if you are in the area and you post something, the agency thinks different and they may be harmful for you. So sensitivity of the one thing I tell you, in last Ramadan, all the activities from the donors were prohibited. I know an organization, they delivered some food packs in that area and they did not use any banner. But the local activist who was getting the need, he made his own banner. Organization delivered the material there and come back. He distributed among the community and uses his banner and wrote with support of NGO World like. And then he put the pictures on Facebook. Agencies are following and they read their NGO World does this work here, but it was prohibited. So in such conditions, you should be aware of these things, and these things may be challenged, but it's in some sensitive area, not every, but yeah, definitely these things should be careful. Question. So you can follow the NGO World on social media and because I can see the result that you are connected with us. And we are discussing in coming time. Just write the NGO World on Facebook, LinkedIn, you will find, inshallah. And you will also find Zafar Iqbal there. Thank you very much for your patience and sitting.